have, again, educated hands, Reggie Barnett Jr.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's up? And I'm Rob Vasquez. And today we're here covering before BKFC 16 on March 19th. Tell me, champ, how you feeling?
I feel good, man. We just been training hard, grinding hard last couple of weeks. Just putting the final touches on some things in practice. Um, Trying to fill in some holes and some gaps that I feel like I have in my game, and just becoming a better version of myself, like I've been trying to do this entire camp. So I'm super stoked, man. Chop Chop has been talking so much trash. I thought we were carrying this a little bit more like gentlemen, but he's over there. He's supposed to be the grown man. He's over there acting like a kid. So, but it is what it is.
How do you see, what do you see different in this fight? You may feel. What gives you the
Um,
advantage overall?
there's no advantage. I feel like my big bare knuckle experience is equivalent to his overall boxing experience, if you just want to put it out there like that. So it's just who's going to be the better man on that day. And I truly believe in myself and my skill set. And I feel like I'm the better equipped bare knuckle fighter when it comes down to it.
More experienced. So you think the fact, do you think with the rules, it's not a boxing match, so it's different. But you think that it translates to something, that will be easier for a person coming from a boxing background, or a person that's just coming from MMA background, or just that just depend on the person.
Um, it depends on the person and how fast you can pick it up. And not everybody is built for getting hit in the face with a bare knuckle.
Mm-mm.
Anybody can throw a punch, but it takes a special kind of heart and a special kind of will to deal with. Now,
A bare knuckle, right?
yeah.
I tell you. So now, how many times a day do you train?
Um, it depends on what day of the week it is.
Mm. And you condition your hands. You have special training for that as well.
Yeah, definitely. We have conditioning for my hands, conditioning for my body in general. To sustain
Overall.
blood force trauma everywhere, all over my body. Me personally, I'm not just trying to hit you in your face, because that's how you break your hands. I'm going to hit you everywhere to fight. I'm going to
Yeah,
hit you everywhere.
yeah, definitely, because you got a lot of area in the body and whatnot. Um, so how's this camp been coming along? How was it? And has it been different than any other, or
Um, just my strength training has increased.
good?
I'm tired of coming in being the smaller fighter in my weight class.
Oh, so does this mean that we're gonna have a Reggie Diesel Barnett
It
coming out
was
there?
it was kind of funny. My strength and conditioning coach today, when I got to practice, he was like,
Hmm.
"Turn around, look at me." And it was the way he said it. I felt like, I was like, "Oh, what I do wrong?" The way he said it, and he looked at me, he said, "Yeah." He said, "We're right on schedule. You're filling out nicely." and
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said, and he's like, "After practice, go check your weight." And so I went and I checked my weight, and I'm right where I need to be. So
hmm
um,
and you
everything
feel
is.
good. You feel
I feel
strong.
strong, and I still feel fast. That was the main thing that I was, a little apprehensive when we brought this new regiment, as far as putting on a little bit more
More
size
muscle.
on my
Hmm.
frame.
Hmm.
Was I didn't want to lose my speed.
Right.
So we kind of specialized training in with the strength training to make sure that not only did I maintain my speed, but I actually feel like I got faster, um, as far as my foot speed and my hand speed.
Mm.
I think with the growth in muscle and strength came a little bit more speed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. How important is foot speed
Um,
in that fight?
I mean, this fight, it's really not that big of a deal, because I don't plan on running or dancing or whatever. I'm coming to fight. Like if he's game with meeting me in that center circle and thumping, then we can go out like that. My inside vision, my pocket vision is second to none. I'm sure he's got great pocket vision, so it'll be some incredible exchanges. And I'm down with sitting there and seeing who can take more. Um,
I yeah yeah. So like overall, how do you see this fight
Thank
going?
you, love is absolutely delicious. Um, I feel like coming out, I'm gonna overwhelm him a little bit, but he's not gonna back down, and he's gonna fight, and it's gonna be a challenge, and we're gonna go back and forth for a little while, and then he's just gonna start to break down. I'm gonna start to overwhelm him.
Mm. How's your? I know I was speaking with a few people, and some of them had questions about like what type of diet do you maintain, off season and then right before your fight? How does that change?
Um, I mean, my training and what I eat and everything is a lifestyle. My
Mm,
wife cooks healthy meals for me. I
that's
want to
good.
say 4 times out of the week, and then one day of the week we are on our own and kind of just eat whatever we want. But most of the time, it's healthy vegetables, baked
Good.
chicken.
Mm,
Um, every now and then we have some ground beef, but it's mostly like a shepherd's pie or goulash or something like that. And with
yeah.
extra vegetables, cabbage, carrots, corn.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you don't like that New York slice of pizza every
salad.
once in a while?
Um, that's what I'm saying. Like I have a sponsor called J&K Style Grill, and they have some of the most delicious foods, like hot
Mm,
dogs and
mhm.
burgers and fries and stuff.
All
So
around
whenever
stuff.
I have a cheat meal, I go there, and they always look at me like I'm crazy because I get both. It's like two GA dogs. It's got like chili cheese
Mm,
and uh, relish. It's like the works, and then I get their Dion burger, which is like a quarter-pound burger with cheese and
yeah.
um, uh, what is it? A fried egg, and
Oh
all
my
that.
goodness.
I'll
All
sit
that,
down.
yeah. All
I'll
yeah.
sit
Oh, so
down and
that's your
eat.
cheat meal.
That's my. I'll sit down and eat all of that in one sitting, and they'll be
Mm,
like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Cause I know I won't. I won't eat it for a while." And actually, my buddy Jeff, a good friend of mine, the last time I had it was right after Dat pulled out of the other fight because he felt bad for me. He was like, "Man, I still want to buy you dinner, bro. You deserve." So he cashed out me some money, and I went over there and bought me both of those. And I took a picture of it. I guess I'll send it to you sometime, man. It was absolutely that was the last time I had it. So, but I've been eating healthy and training because I knew I was going to fight eventually. I just didn't know who I was going to fight, but
right. Right.
it's a lifestyle. You live it, and our creed is ready to fight. We stay ready to fight. So if you called me and were like, and it was worth my time to fight on a couple of weeks' notice, then I would take it. But a lot of times they call me and they want me to fight a guy who's uh, 11-0, 12-0, 13-0, 15-0 on 2 weeks' notice, and I'm like, man, go ahead with that. I ain't nobody's opponent. I feel like I deserve a little bit more respect and that consideration,
Yeah.
preparing for a fight
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but if they called me, if the chop fight wasn't happening and they called me tomorrow and was like, yo, you want to fight that on the 19th? I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm there. It's worth my time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I already know that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you would show up for that one. But especially that one. But so, so what do you see yourself after this? Do you see yourself staying at this weight, or you see yourself dropping?
um, we've already discussed it, me and my manager and the BKFC team. There's not really a market for me at 125. It's not too many other guys for me to fight.
Yeah,
So 135 is my weight class,
yeah. And
and
plus,
I'm
you're
just
bigger
gonna
now.
focus on solidify my legacy and continuing to establish my dominance until I get
Yeah.
my straps at 135.
Uh,
These
oh,
guys are talking about running off the 145, and if at a certain point in time that's where the fights are, then I'll put on some more muscle and I'll move up to 145. I'm not scared to move up. I fought up there before. It's not my weight class, but I'm not scared to go up there and fight.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you don't. That's not your own weight class, but you don't have a problem heading up there and taking some heads off at,
No, not at all.
at all. Yeah. Um. So now, ahead of
Dude, I
this
wouldn't
fight,
be opposed to open weight bare knuckle fights.
that would be like some real old school back in the '90s type stuff.
Or even the old school rules bare knuckle fight where we get 20 minutes. If the knockdowns aren't scored the round doesn't end unless somebody's knocked down, and you get 20 minutes, period. And if somebody quits within that 20 minutes or gets knocked out to the point of fighting, old school. Because I remember Kilrain and Sullivan's fight was 2 hours and 16 minutes. It was like
Oh
72
wow.
rounds.
Yeesh. I remember watching those
That's
old.
that's old school bare knuckle.
Yeah.
I'm more suited for that kind of fighting too, because I won't quit.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna
won't
keep
quit.
going. You're
Like
gonna keep going.
I'm
And
the
somebody's got
dude.
to go.
They gotta like
Yeah.
just
Nah, I
like,
hear
yo,
you.
come on, man, stop, stop,
Yeah.
stop, stop,
Yeah.
stop. This fight's over. So, but
Yeah.
I would love to do at least one old school bare knuckle
Sure.
fight um before I retired from bare knuckle fighting.
Oh, that would be
Just,
great, man. I don't know how many other people would sign up for that one to get up in there and do that.
well, not
But
many
that would be
people
awesome.
are truly built for it like
Man,
that. But I
not
really
many.
would enjoy to truly test my grit and my resolve and my fighting skill to that. Those dudes back then were some of the baddest men on the planet,
Yeah, they
even
were
though they
different.
had their bad habits and weren't the most, I guess, physically honed athletes and whatnot.
Hmm.
They still were some of the baddest men on this planet,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
would go out there and put it all on the line. And there was no there was no time limit. There was no referee, necessarily to keep out the rough house tactics and all that. They fought like they were fighting to the death. And that's kind of, I'm on some Kumite stuff. That's how I look at it.
Oh, the
It's a death fight, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, for
So,
sure. Yeah, yeah. Is that one of your favorite movies?
yeah, I will say it's one of my favorite
Bloodsport.
movies from
Mine
all
too. I
time.
like Bloodsport. It's a
Yeah,
fun movie.
it's one of my favorite movies from all time. But my ultimate favorite martial arts movie, of course, was The Last Dragon.
Ah, wow. Wow. There's somebody else who there's another fighter from BKFC. That was his favorite movie too. Lorenzo.
Oh, Lorenzo Hunt.
Lorenzo Hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's my
yeah.
homie right there. I
Yeah, I
love
like
him to death.
Lorenzo. Man. Yeah,
I love the Juggernaut to death.
he's good people. He's straight
I
up.
was thinking about I was thinking about coming out like that for my fight. With
Wow.
the glow and everything,
Ah.
master. But my team, they were like, no, 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 we're not doing that.
Oh, when you got
And
the
you
glow.
a damn karate kid,
Yeah,
So
that'd be funny though. Yeah,
that would be awesome, man. I know. I was
yeah,
trying to tell. I was like, Mom, listen, listen, listen. And I played the song.
that'd be awesome, man. I
Well,
like it when you got the glow because the glow
maybe
is
we'll change
just
it up.
yeah, it's just a fight, man. You got the glow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. You remember what the guy was with the catching bullets?
Yeah, yeah. You want to hear something funny? So not a lot of people know
Yeah,
this. It
yeah.
was a week before the world title fight with Johnny. I was at work, and I got electrocuted underneath the house. What
Oh
was it?
boy.
Was it 140 line or
Oh my
170? I don't
God,
know.
man.
I don't know what kind. I grabbed it and it popped and it blew and it electrocuted me and it sent me into convulsions. When I came back to, my buddy and my training partner Trevor, I'll never forget it.
Oh
He's
my
like
God.
dragging me, and he's like, "Stay with me, bro. Stay with me. I'm getting you from underneath here." And I was out for a second. So when he was
Mm,
grabbing me, I thought we were in the middle of grappling practice. When I came back too, so
wow.
I tried to like throw my legs up and like I don't even know how to shoot like an armbar or a triangle or whatever. But my other coworker grabbed my leg. He's like, "Yo, chill out, bro. Chill out. We gotta get you from underneath this house." And
Wow,
I
man.
laugh about it because they're like, "You got to go to the hospital, blah blah blah." And me, the only thing on my mind was no, because if I went to the hospital, I was scared that they weren't going to let me fight next weekend. And I was like, I worked so hard for this opportunity. Is y'all can't make me go to the hospital because I want to fight this weekend. And it's so funny because my boss showed up. I ended up having to go to the hospital.
Mm.
The doctor was like, "You have high levels of whatever." He's like, "That seems like consistent with an Olympic athlete or a highly talented." I'm like, "Man, I'm getting ready for a world title fight. I'm good." Or whatever it was. I don't even know. But the nurse comes in and she goes, "Well, who knows? Maybe next weekend you'll have the glow."
Maybe, man, but you're lucky. You're
I
very
was lucky.
fortunate. You're
Shit, I
very
was lucky to
fortunate.
be alive. I
Yeah,
didn't.
man. We had man.
That was the first time I ever experienced electricity in that capacity. But for real, my only thought was, man, I want to fight. But I really was hoping that like I had some electrical powers or some shit afterwards. Just a funny
Hey,
story, something I'll tell my kids and my grandchildren when I get older.
yeah.
And it's
How you would an electrifying superstar?
I
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I'm a superstar, but I am a star.
Say,
And I'm
listen,
cool with that.
I'm electrified. But now it's 2021 your year to get that title, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my year.
This
This
is
is
your
it.
year. Yeah. So,
Like I'm not overlooking Chop Chop by any means. I'm not, and
mm-mm.
I'm looking forward to a good fight, a tough fight. Like I really am.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but I know after I take care of this business right here, they cannot deny me.
Mm. So
They,
like, oh yeah. I remember the last time we spoke about that, and I was like, yeah, because I know you had that other fight, the other guy who pulled out and whatnot, and he beat Johnny Bedford, and I saw you at the fight, and you, you thought that their performances were kind of lackluster.
both of them. I mean, that they were sloppy as hell. I mean, there's just no
Yeah,
real skill or anything. They're just in there winging punches. You could
hands
put
down.
two high schoolers in the backyard and let them do that and get the same kind of fucking fight. Oh, sorry, excuse my language. I
Hey,
dropped that.
hey, it is what it is, man.
Same kind of fight.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is what our organization that has the best that we have to offer is these two dudes
Mm.
that when you could find a fight comparable to that in a backyard after school.
So, so this.
I bring a little more pizzazz, a little more skill to this. I mean, everybody loves the knockouts, blah blah blah. But when I beat your ass, like there's no doubt about it, and that's exactly what's going to happen on the 19th. And if I don't, then it's going to be a great fight, and I'm cool with that too. But it's not going to be a sloppy, drunken brawl.
Nah, cause he brings I mean all his boxing accolades and styles,
Yeah, but this ain't a boxing
but
match,
the
and he
thing
knows
is
that. He's coming
he
to
know,
fight. He's at all this
but
stuff.
he
He knows
knows,
he's coming to fight.
and we
He
spoke
knows
about
I'm
that,
coming to fight.
and he
He knows
says,
I don't. It's a different kind of fight, man.
yeah, it's
It's
a
a different
different
kind of
fight.
fight.
It
And
is,
I've been in these fights plenty of times with plenty of men bigger and more skilled than me, and been the one that's walked away. And I
and
plan on walking away with my hand raised.
your skill set and the rules change it so much that things you can't do in boxing that you can do in bare knuckle. Just this much of a change of an angle or something will create something which could be devastating for the opponent, right? Like behind the neck and all that stuff. It's really a different thing. That's why I like Paulie Malignaggi, but I think it was rough for him when he went up in there because even though he had some training, it wasn't a boxing match. It was an entirely different thing. Boxing is
Yeah,
boxing.
and
Boxing is boxing.
you don't learn bare knuckle overnight. I don't care how many
Mm,
guys you get to train. I've been
nah,
doing this, and I've
yeah,
been bare knuckling before bare knuckle was a real sport.
yeah. So you've been doing it for a hot
It's a
minute.
legal sport. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Well, it's
Wow,
always been a real sport, but before it was a legal sport, I was a bare knuckle fighter.
wow, wow. Yeah. Now, aside
23
from
and 2 underground.
okay, well, really, 23-2 underground. That's a hell of a record, man. So you've been doing it for a hot minute. I was speaking with someone. I said to understand that the repetition, muscle memory, and just knowing like that, just the rules, like off the top like that, how to create angles and space and how to set traps. You could within that specific rule set. I agree. That's not something that you could just learn overnight. I mean, you would have to be an extraordinarily brain gifted, like everything would have to be coming at one time. And there's really a small margin for error in there.
It says educated hands for a reason.
Yeah, it says educated hands. So you're giving out educations, man. You taking people to school
Every time.
every time.
Every time.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate, man. Always watch you, man. Your humility, and I seen your training video. Oh, I like that video with the thing with Kevin Hart breaks in. He wasn't ready. I was
My
I was
brother made that. I love
I was
that. That
watching
was
that. That was
absolutely hilarious.
yeah. I was
He
cracking up.
wasn't.
I
You know,
was man.
everybody was like, who they
Mm,
say Abby has the fastest knockdown, but he doesn't. I do. It just was the first bare knuckle fight ever, and it happened so fast that the ref didn't even realize that I hit him
mm.
that fast. But I hit Travis. I didn't push him. Bing, bing, and he fell backwards and touched the ground. That's a
Nah,
knockdown.
yeah, it didn't look like a I mean, it didn't look like a push. It looked like a, you know, like he got hit with something. It was just really, really fast, man. You had the glow. You had that. You had that Bruce Lee, that Bruce Lee thing coming. He couldn't see it coming, and
It's all
and, and
right. I'm gonna have the glow definitely come March 19th,
March
man.
19th.
I do not plan on losing at all. He's got to kill me to beat me. And is it really worth, you know, dying in that ring? To me, it is. It's cool. My family will be taken care of. Probably better with me gone than with me here, even though I'll miss the hell out of my son. But I have been building this legacy, and worked too hard and sacrificed too much for somebody to come in off of their past accomplishments and try to bump me out of the spot um, when I have worked so hard to get what I've got, get to where I am. So
Wow.
that being said, you're gonna have to, you gotta put me. I'm gonna, even if you knock me down like you said or whatever, chop chop. Know that I'm too stupid for my own good. And you're gonna have to fucking pretty much kill me for me to stop fighting, or they're just gonna have to save me from myself. So I hope you got it in you like that.
What's your That's that's a words of a champion. Your mindset, and when we talk, I see something in you that's new but old school. Like that mentality from back then. Those guys that ever evolve with the situation, but then next time you see them, they get better and better and better. It's like, oh shit, a better version. So we look forward to that, man. And now, what will be your post celebratory meal, man? Anything great?
Um, Post celebratory.
Yeah, your
Um, a Luther on a sprinkle donut.
okay. Explain what that is to the
All
viewers.
right, so a Luther is I want to say like a quarter-pound cheeseburger between
Oh,
two donuts. So, and I mean,
my
you could
God.
put whatever you want on it, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, blah blah blah. But I don't like to put all that extra stuff because then it like ruins the sweetness of the burger mixed with. I might
Yeah.
put lettuce up there at the most, but with a chocolate sprinkled donut, two chocolate sprinkled donuts, and a quarter-pound patty about that thick with
Damn.
some pepper jack cheese.
Oh boy. Yeah. So, yeah,
Absolutely delicious.
that sounds great. Hey, listen, man. So, once in a while we cook when I'm able to travel down there, man. We'll catch a beautiful meal together. Your favorite meal.
Hey man, when the summertime gets here, man, we will be outside. So it makes it a little
Grilling.
easier to do the whole social distancing thing
Yeah,
with
grilling
COVID
and
and
all that.
whatnot. We have
That's my
we
only
have
reason to have
outside
them.
training. We have cookouts at the park. We try to get the kids together at least
Yeah,
once or twice a month and tell them to invite a friend and tell their friend to
exactly.
invite a friend. So that way, we can just not just the combat sports way of life, but just uh, everything that comes with it.
Yeah, the balance
The
of life,
morals, the
everything that goes with it.
discipline, everything that comes with it, we can expose as many people as possible to it. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
Mm,
We got a new summer camp coming up for our gym. This will be the
mhm.
first year, that we'll actually have be able to do a summer camp for
And
the kids.
what gym is that again?
757 boxing
That's
and
right.
fitness. It's in
That's right.
Chesapeake. So, and then we also got virtual classes coming out too for people who just can't make it to the gym. So I'm going to
Send me
do
that
a
link and I'll do
recorded
some with it.
virtual program, and you can sign up at the gym for a membership, and then you can go and log into the class, and there'll be different fitness level classes and different boxing technique classes. So I'm just trying to do different things and
Awesome.
also support the people who have supported me.
I like that. I like that, man. I like what you're wearing, man. I gotta get one of those.
Hey
I
man,
gotta
let me
get
know.
it. I gotta get it. Hey, listen. Also, too, yeah. I mean, speaking of training, I'd like to get some training over there as well. Just because I got a friend of mine. He's went to Vegas because they got some fights over there. But when he heads on back, we'll see if see if we do a video of it.
Look.
It'd be nice,
It's
man.
see, it's cool, right? I'm cool with that right now. Vegas is one of the best places to go if you want to train for boxing, and I respect that. But pretty soon here, right here in Chesapeake, will be the place to go if you want to train for bare knuckle.
No, I'm talking about down there where you at.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
to go
saying. This
down
will
there.
be the place to be
Yeah.
if you really want to learn bare knuckle fighting. This will be it. I take nothing away from what all the other guys bring to the sport.
Exactly.
But my approach is like none other, and it's the best approach to this. And I'm going to prove that March 19th, and then I'm going to go out and prove it again. And then I'm going to solidify my legacy by actually becoming the first 135-pound champion. Plain and simple. This is my year. I'm cool with the story and the way it's written and taking its time. And I'm just going to continue to work hard, push myself past my limits. And I know when the going gets tough, when I have to get in the trenches, that I'll be equipped for it. And that's all that really matters.
And you're okay with rewriting the story sometimes in your favor.
We write the story however we want.
Yeah,
See, the thing about it is, I learned
Yeah.
from a really great man. His name is Marco. He was my sponsor for a while when I was one of my failed attempts at getting sober. But I learned a lot from him. And one of the things he told me was that time is relative to man. And in that, at any point in my life and my existence, that I can restart any aspect of time for myself. And holistically, what that statement means is that no matter what's going on, what you're going through, even something small, something big, something overwhelming, something, it could be even something good, you can stop and say, all right, breathe. 1, 2. Guess what, Robert? I just started a whole new year.
That's right.
Happy 2021.
That's right, brother. And it's always
and I look forward to the great things that I'm going to do in this year. And if you walk around with that mindset, it makes it a little bit easier, one, to deal with life and the things that come at us, because life comes at us and you can't stop life from coming at you. He told me that life is 90%, 10% of what happens and 90% of how we react to it. Right? And so with that mindset and me reacting to life accordingly, it just makes it so much easier to stay motivated, to work harder than everybody else. And I know at the end of the day, when that talent, right, when that talent that he had, because we won't say that he didn't have a lot of talent, and he probably still has a lot of it. You never lose it. I watched my dad, he's 60 years old, piece up dudes in the gym. So it's not taken away from me, but the hard work, you can't replace that. And nobody is working harder than me.
Well put.
Because at any moment, I'm like, forget it. I'm restarting this, and I need to work harder. And I get it. Today at practice, I zoned out for a moment. I think it was the first time in a long time I actually zoned out when my coach was talking to me. And I apologized, and I said, hold on, give me a second, let me restart. And I completely restarted my practice, and I dialed back in. And the last 30, 40 minutes of practice, I mean, we got work, and we got things accomplished, But just my little inattentive myself, I had that self-recognition that I needed to, I needed to reboot and dial back in and go. And so that's what I did. And I ain't built like nobody else. And I thank God that he spared my life through some of the bad decisions I made and the choices that I did, so I can try to be a little bit of a beacon of hope and inspiration to other people.
That you are, my friend, for real, to many, and you're going to continue to do that because
I don't even really think it's about winning or losing. I've already won. I shouldn't even be here. I'm grateful that I am here. So I've already won. The hardest fight, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep repeating it. The hardest fight I ever had was with myself. I beat myself up so bad.
Interesting.
I beat
Interesting.
myself up to the point where I was on the brink of death.
Mm,
Right? No man could ever do that to me.
yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
No man could ever do that to me. So I ain't worried about what Chop's gonna do.
Well, you know, that being said, being given that chance to perform at this level and to do what some may not have been able to be around for, either for them to attain that or for them to witness that. You know, it's a blessing to be able to do that. And I'm always gonna be there. I'm always gonna be not only a friend but a fan.
I appreciate that. I really, really do.
You
It's
know
like
that.
mm, I can't remember what he called it. Me and my coworker were having a conversation, and it's like this non-real. It's not a real person or whatever, and he's the counterpart to Hercules. Because we know that Hercules got his strength from Zeus
Hmm.
and the gods and all that. Well, I can't think. I gotta man. I wish I had the name so I could better tell his story. But anyways, he said that that particular person, character, whatever you want to call it, their strength came from the people, right? Because in old Greek mythology, we know, and if you're studied in any aspect,
Hmm.
right, it said that the gods maintain their strength from the people believing in them. And the Greek gods and the mythological gods, the only way that they were powerful was that the people had to believe in them. Well, this particular character got his strength from the strength of gods from the people's belief in him. That's what I'm carrying. I ain't no God. I don't compare myself to God in any way. Or God has spared my life and brought me back from the depths of just absolutely nothing. But in essence of carrying energy and power from the people that believe in me, that's what I carry every time I get in that squared circle. And it has been so overwhelming. Like at some points for me, I had a few people reach out, to do things and to support me. And it was overwhelming. Just like I broke down in tears a little bit because it's like, damn, little old me who has, you know, come from just the worst you could possibly do in life as far as wasting your talent and your skill to completely turn it around. It's like you really believe in what I'm doing almost as if not as much as I do more
Right.
at some points. And so how does that not propel you to run a couple extra miles, to do a couple extra 100 sit-ups, to hit the bag for extra 30 minutes. It's so man,
You,
I'm so passionate about it, and I absolutely love it. I don't carry anybody's weight on my shoulders. I have it at my back, pushing me forward, giving me the strength to keep moving and do the things that I need to do.
and no,
And
yeah, and no
go
doubt
ahead.
your outlook, your positive outlook, and your appreciation for everything. Uh, Now having been through that, you know, that's outstanding. I always see you, man. We appreciate you, and you know that.
I
And
appreciate you, man. Thank you for just letting me look, man. We just talking, bro. We just ain't even like an interview. We just sitting here
no,
just
no, no, no,
chopping
no, no,
it up
no,
and
no,
shit.
no. We're just
You
kicking it.
know,
We're just kicking it.
I'm gonna finish my coffee. We got like 15, 20 more minutes, and then I gotta get to bed because
Now,
freaking
listen,
five
I'm gonna,
o'clock comes early
I'm
when you
gonna,
gotta go
now,
run 5 miles.
I know I'm gonna cut it shorter because I was blessed, man, with the fact that you just came from training, and I know you're exhausted drinking that coffee, man. And I appreciate. No, trust me, because I was your age
It's
was too.
all
I was
love.
always training hard, hard. Like now, I gotta start doing some more training, but it's not gonna be just that. Just little some people from MMA stuff that's from around here with whatnot. But I'll tell you what, man, I appreciate and I respect that. especially at the level that you're training now and the time that you're putting in. For
Well,
you
they had
for you to sit here and and
right.
and and have this discussion, I appreciate that, bro. You
No
know,
worries. Me and Chop was supposed to do a face to face earlier, and he didn't even take the time to show up. He on that disrespectful shit. I'm the people's champ for a reason. It is y'all who made me who I am. It is y'all's strength, y'all belief, and y'all's energy that propels me to keep moving forward and trying to inspire people and keep going out there and whooping dudes' asses. I know that sounds crazy. How are you inspiring people by beating people up? I said, well, if you knew my story,
it's
you
a
would root
job.
for me. Period.
And not only
So,
that, but
and
it's a
if you
job
don't
with
know,
people
and
who
if you
signed up
don't
to,
know,
to do
go
that.
find it. Go
Yeah.
find out. You
Yeah.
know.
These are people who are the best at this side, the best on this side, and they signed up. This is a job. So that in and of itself, each side story, everyone's walk and coming in there and doing their thing in front of the world, that's inspiring. Because some people won't take the chance, because they feel like fear of failure. They won't do it in front of two, three people. Certain things, you know what I mean. So to do it in front of a bunch of people, it's now now
Uh,
you said a face to
NF
face with
said it.
Chop Chop. You
NF
said
said it.
you was gonna do it
My
where? You
It
guys are
was
gonna do a
supposed to be
face to
on the
face.
bare. It was supposed to be on the bare knuckle thing, but he didn't even show up. He just blew us off. Said he had sparring or some shit. I don't even care because I ain't really for sitting back and forth and trash talking anyway. I don't have any trash talk to
That's not your
say. I
thing.
mean,
That's
that's
not your
not
thing.
me. Anyway, I'm not playing that game. I've been down that road, and I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna do the talking with my hands. A lot of talking. It'd be like a typewriter bouncing off your head, bro. Ding 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 ding
Yeah,
ding
yeah,
ding
you're
ding
great.
ding 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 ding. Let me stop.
All right, Reggie. Oh my God.
Look, you done got me started. I started trash talking.
Yeah. Now you made me laugh because I was thinking
That
about,
was a
like,
good one.
remember the correction ribbon and all that.
That's what I'm saying, right?
No
That's what
corrections.
no corrections.
Oh, Reggie, man, yo,
Oh man, this has been great.
yo, that would have been nice to see it though with you and him. Um, yeah, that definitely would have been cool. But like I
It's
said,
all right. Maybe we'll get one. One second. I gotta grab this.
maybe you. Can, yeah,
It's
man,
too funny.
that's too crazy. So it would have been just you guys. I hear you. Mm.
Yeah, but he's a coward. So it's all good.
Nah, you guys will definitely have a great conversation in that ring on at BKFC 16 on March 19th. That's where the conversations ultimately, you know, the universal language will be spoken of in there on that day, and I look forward to that, man, because the wealth of knowledge between the both of you and the skill level,
is is is
it's
is
crazy.
enough to make something freaking masterful.
That
I
that
mean,
that's
this
that's
might
what I'm
turn into
looking
the
at.
fight of the century. And even if it turns into the fight of the century, I'm cool with that because then I'll have the bare knuckle fight of the century. Who doesn't want that? Shit, I'm cool with it. I'll go definitely go down to history. Then, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not.
definitely.
See, I live for these kind of that kind of suspension kind of mode. I'm not the dude who's like hoping to go in there and this is an easy fight or whatever. Let this shit be. Just let's go. You know, I'm cool with it, bro. This is what I live for. I
Yeah,
want that. Now, if I
yeah,
go out there and just piece you up, then I mean it's cool, but it takes away from the all the grinding. And my
mm.
abs hurt so bad right now.
I'm gonna let you go. Listen, Reggie, I'm gonna let you go. But I always love when I always
Nah,
love when
that's
you go in there and say, and you show up and you say what's on your mind, or you say that you don't have anything to say about something. I like the way that you always. It's like that direct. There's no phony.
can't
It's
be.
it's just something that's right there. Look, I don't have an opinion on this. Or yo, this is how I feel. So I'm gonna tell you to your face right here. You know, who could ask for more than that? You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to hear from nobody else. They're hearing it directly from you. So God bless you, man.
Hey,
Yo,
let me do my sponsors before I get yelled at
Yes,
by my
that's my next
manager.
thing.
So
Do your thing.
definitely, I want to give a shout out to my newest endorsement, the JKD process online. It's G Kundo training classes online. I have been adding that to my bare knuckle repertoire, and I promise y'all it has upped my game by leaps and bounds. So definitely shout out to Rob and helping me get better and getting behind and supporting me. Nate Price to Shore Construction for his blessing and just looking out for me and also trusting me to train his son on a personal level. So I appreciate everything that you do for me. J&K Style Grill, you know, y'all. Sorry, can't be a fat boy right now, but we're having a big party when I get back. Joiner Driving Improvement School. Thank you for blessing us and taking care of the rental and everything when we get down to New Orleans and Mississippi. You know, they made sure they reached out and always anything that involves vehicles and us driving, whatever, he always takes care of us. So thank you, Mr. Joyner. I really do appreciate that. Key Creations right here. My cousin Key, you need a headband, you need a face mask, the homemade ones, you know, hit me up. You know, but you can also go to my website or go to myhousegear.com/Reggie Barnett Jr. and we have custom educated hands gear, custom easy gear. You can get yourself a custom face mask. They got mouthpieces, sweatsuits, shirts, hoodies. Show your support. And my biggest pitch is, even if you don't like me, 15% of all my quarterly sales go to my local LBC. And it's just something I'm doing with my educated hands movement to support the kids out here trying to make it to the next level. So even if you don't like me, go buy a shirt. You can burn it if you want to, but you'll still be supporting the kids. And that's what it's more about than just supporting me.
And that's huge.
Gordon Customs, wait till y'all see my new shoes. They're absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to show them off. So thank you so much for looking out for me. Ginger ales, making sure that I have everything that I need and I stay hydrated and on weight. Cryo Spa, Virginia Beach. Oh my goodness, man, bare knuckle training sucks. I'm just having them to keep supporting and have my back just so I can bounce back quicker and just jump back into these hard workouts, these hard training sessions even faster. It's absolutely amazing. My brothers at Match Bout for helping me always have what I need as far as my bare knuckle training and making sure I'm prepared and safe as far as how rough we go in doing that. Did I forget anybody? Only my wife is yelling at me. Oh, you forgot this one. You forgot that one.
Yeah, but you can send it to me after. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We'll do
definitely.
that.
So I think that's everybody. If I forgot um anybody, I'm sorry. Oh, Gamdware, my buddy Warren down in Florida.
Yeah.
Always, anytime, anything bare knuckle in Florida, anytime we go to Florida, they always take care of me. And so thank you so much for your support. He's actually coming up from Florida to Mississippi to watch me fight. So I'm excited to have him there. And then I got a few silent sponsors out there. You know who you are. Um, thank you. I love you. I appreciate your support. And y'all, everybody, make sure you tune in March 19th. If you haven't already got it, download that BKTV app. You do not want to miss this fight. It's a potential fight of the century material right here. The best of BKFC against the former best of boxing. The best of both worlds clashing in the middle. Robert, thank you so much. Shout out to Capcom Sports for having me on. I greatly appreciate everything that you do and for giving me a voice. Give me a shout, and after I go out there and cut down Chop, we can do a post-fight interview.
Will do, my brother. God bless you. God bless you and your family. You have a wonderful family. You have a wonderful, beautiful night. God bless you. Rest up. Do what you got to do, and we'll be talking real soon.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Cap Combat Sports. We out.